New from Vinegar Syndrome comes William Malone's debut feature, the man who brought us Creature. This is from 1980. It's called Scared to Death, and it is, very interesting. Opens with a little blurb telling us that the events of this movie haven't happened, but they could well happen soon because of the way science is going along with its genetic experiments. And we jump into a wonderful tale filled with fantastic characters, and it's one of those things that I love when you get a great pairing in a movie, when you get great characters that you buy into, that you enjoy seeing. It makes the movie fun. And it is a low budget movie. There are times where this thing could drag, but I think thanks to the actors, thanks to the performances, I was happy to go along with some of the quieter moments in the movie. We have an inspector at one part who kind of wants to get help from an old friend, a cop buddy, Lonergan, who is now a mystery book writer.
But there's some psycho running loose in LA and he's killing people at random.
There's always a pattern.
Yeah, not to this one, there's not.
He's a kind of quirky character, one of those ones that just jumps off the screen that you really kind of like. He says what he means, he knows a lot, he's quite pragmatic and forthright with everything that he does, and he's just one of those characters that I was like, yeah, I like this person. Reminded me a lot, just not particularly like for like, but that kind of feeling where I watched The Stuff and I loved Michael Moriarty's performance. This is what I got from John Stinson as he played Lonergan. I just liked the character. And when he meets up with Diane Davison, who plays Jennifer, they have a kind of, well, they bump into each other at the start of this one. They kind of start a little bit of romance. There is a definite attraction. And because of the chemistry of these two characters, I really liked what was going on. And that is before you even get to the crux of the story.
You gotta look where you're going.
You hit me.
What?
I said you hit me.
I did?
There is a serial killer out there stalking the streets of LA, killing people. At the start of it, it's all that kind of footage of people being attacked in their homes, walking home at night, trying to get away from something as it kills them, destroys them. And throughout the movie, as we meet our Inspector Capel, who wants the help from Lonergan, that there is a killer on the loose. They have racked up an impressive number of victims, and as the movie goes on, it's made quite apparent there is some strange genetic monster that is doing this, that is literally kissing the people into a coma, killing some of them. It's really fun and inventive. Now, I think the monster in this is great. The act of kissing and killing is such a weird and unusual trait for a killer monster to have, and I think it kind of comes to life. Now, the suit here, the creature, isn't the most flexible or one that moves a lot or looks realistic. It looks like a rubber mask, and I think that's probably why they've limited the use of it as much. You still see plenty of the monster, and I still think it's kind of fun, but we could have done with more of that if we could just have a little bit of articulation with in amongst the face and things. God. Wonderful locations in this one as we jump about LA and we get to see various places that the creature may strike or that our couple may go to as they get to know each other. And as the story goes on, I really became enamoured with the story between Lonergan and Jennifer. I really like the pairing. I like this relationship that came up. Watching a monster movie about a killer monster that kisses people to death, and I was really into the kind of love story, the side story of this one. And throughout the movie, I was really invested in a lot of the things that were going on. It wasn't the most lavish production. It wasn't the most dazzling debut movie. It was just a solid film. And sometimes you kind of want that. Good characters. There is a turning point in the final third with one of our main characters is kind of removed from the picture for the rest of the film, and I really felt that loss. Now it gives our characters a kind of driving force to fix what's going on of sorts, but man, I really did miss the character, and I missed how they played into a lot of the relationships and situations that were going on throughout that. Some of the kill sequences are really fun and atmospheric and well shot. The one in the roller skates is really well laid out, and then the abandoned car park as they're kind of skating about, and we know what's coming, and they can start to feel that the situation's feeling a little bit odd and uncomfortable, and they need to get out of it, and it just plays out really well. I was pleasantly surprised by Scared to Death, and it was one that I kind of liked while watching it, but my appreciation has grown after the fact. Thinking about the movie, thinking about the way it portrayed a lot of its action, thinking about the wonderful characters, and sometimes that's what you get with movies, where the appreciation of a film goes up after you've seen it, and you get to play through the plot points, where sometimes you can tear it down, sometimes you can lift it up. Scared to Death got lifted up, and I think it is well worth checking out if you're into these kind of movies. As always, hit the like button in this video because I would really appreciate it. In the description box there is a link to my Patreon and membership programs where you can join and really support the channel, which would be amazing. There's 2 videos up here if you want to check out either of those. This one's good. You should definitely check out this one. I like it. And yeah, share the video, comment, because we can have a little conversation about this. It'd be fantastic, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.